Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Izuan Bin Suhardy. My metric number is 059423. I will present about abstract part. In abstract, the primary goal of this research is to critically explore the issue and challenge that practitioners confront while performing Shariah audits. The objective of this study is to present a current perspective on the issue and challenge of Shariah auditing in Islamic financial organization. In addition, the study emphasized three of the most significant difficulties and challenges raised in the existing literature on auditing in Islamic financial institutions. This study used the qualitative method, which is a questionnaire and resource on the internet, as the research method to collect information about the topic. The findings of the study highlight the Shariah audit awareness between practitioners, Shariah audit in the perspective of practitioners, and Shariah audit's long-term consequences. Next, for the introduction part, globally the demand for Islamic banking institution is increasing day by day as more people start opting for services that offer Shariah compliant transaction. Islamic banking institution is different from conventional finance and banking. It is said so because the Islamic banking institution services and transactions are based on Shariah standard. So, in the presence of high demand for Islamic financial institution, a proper audit system will help Islamic financial institution to continue to grow and provide assurance that they strictly comply with Shariah in all aspects, including their products, rule, procedure, and contracts.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tuan Mahamad Hasbi bin Tuan Iskandar. Metric number is 060646. I will present a definition of Shariah audit. Shariah audit is a systematic process of obtaining sufficient and appropriate evidence to form an opinion as to whether the subject matter like process, personal, financial and non-financial performance, financial position, systems, marketing, products, transactions, contracts and so on, which correspond with the criteria of the Sharia rules and principles which is broadly accepted by the Islamic community, and to report to stakeholders thereon. The next slide is legislative law followed by Sharia audit, such as Islamic law and conventional law. For example, in Malaysia, Sharia audit should be conducted in accordance to the fatwas, ruling and guidelines issued by the Sharia Supervisory Board, the accounting standards of the Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institutions, national accounting standards and practice, and relevant legislation and regulation applied in Malaysia. Scope of Sharia audit. First is audit of financial statements. Second is compliance audit on organizational structure, people, process and information technology application system. And the last one is review of the adequacy of the Sharia governance process. The next slide is qualification of Sharia auditor. First is establish an audit methodology to assess the risk profile and vulnerabilities of each auditable area. Second is to generate an audit plan for the assignments to be performed. Third is establish clear documented audit programs that provide guidance to the internal audit assessment. And the last one is have Sharia knowledge specifically in fiqh muamalah or Islamic business law. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mahamad Aqil Hanif bin Zakaria. My metric number is 059755. First issue and challenge in Sharia auditor is Sharia auditor independence. Sharia auditor have limited authority to exercise and render independence conclusion on review of an institution's Sharia compliance of its product or financial statement. In Islamic finance, Sharia audit is said to be one of the social tasks for the welfare of the Ummah. There are three factors that contribute to the level of independence of Sharia auditor. First, the clarity of definition of Sharia auditor's responsibility. Second, the position of internal Sharia auditor in the organizational structure of an institution. And the last, the structure of the report also affect to independence of Sharia auditor. Second issue and challenge in Sharia auditor is lack of accountability of Sharia auditor. Sharia auditor can be performed by internal auditor as well as external auditor, but they must be knowledgeable and have adequate training related to the Sharia. Sharia auditor should have been more accountability because they are responsible to variety of stakeholder including shareholder, society and the Ummah. The third issue and challenge in Sharia audit is lack of qualification and competency of Sharia auditor. Sharia auditor must also ensure that the Islamic finance institution follow to all Sharia standard and practice. Otherwise, they will have done a harm to the Ummah who entrusted them with auditing and ensuring that the Islamic finance institution adhere to Sharia. Sharia auditor should be certified specialist in Islamic financial and commercial relation in addition to accounting qualification muamalah. That's all from me and thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mahamad Arif Haikal bin Mahamad Shubri. My metric number is 059713. Today I'm going to talk about finding which one part of our assignment report. First, Sharia audit awareness between practitioners. Sharia audit methods in Malaysia should be occupied by internal auditor with the essential information or Sharia certification, such as in fiqh muamalat, since this will allow them to be really professional Sharia auditors. Sharia auditing is carried out by auditors with both accounting and Sharia. Accounting and Sharia are essential to guarantee auditors have a higher level of awareness of Sharia compliance concerns and the hazards associated with Islamic banking transaction and process. Sharia auditors are expected to evaluate financial information to implement appropriate transactions that are processed, documented and disclosed in accordance with Sharia standard. Second is Sharia audit is in the perspective of practitioners. The internal audit department, it may be claimed, would have a greater awareness of the challenge, environment and procedure to follow in such an audit. The term may be that the professional use a management development program to guarantee that the flaws and hazards highlighted will not repeat privately. Sharia audit must cover a broad range of topics in order to guarantee that procedures are consistent. As a result, implementing a Sharia audit framework based on Islamic precepts will provide stakeholders more trust that the international financial institution is functioning according to Sharia standard. Auditor must perform their audit job and the scope of their independence in addressing any concerns discovered to those who are in command of administration. Last but not least is Shariah audit long-term consequences. The research revealed that the establishing Shariah audit professional by forming a special governing agency will improve the ability to hire the proper sort of individual as practitioner. Consideration for the prospective collection of resource with the support from institutions of higher learning and better recognition and through adoption of professional qualification is strongly necessary in order to enhance the number of talented Shariah auditors. In addition, it is critical to guarantee that auditors get continuous or constant career growth or training in order to stay up with industry change or advance. Furthermore, the provision of norms and standards will establish clear requirements for entrance into the Shariah audit profession, balancing the process and the establishing of professional cadre.
As a result, there are many issues and challenges in Shariah audit identified from this study, such as in terms of qualification and competency of Shariah auditors, accountability of Shariah audits, and Shariah auditors' independence. Issue and challenge in Shariah audit can be resolved is B&M play their role by implementing governance such as making Shariah standard as a reference for the auditors. In conclusion, Shariah compliance is very important because if the Shariah compliance did not follow the Shariah standard, it will not only impact the finance institution, but most importantly, the effect is against the commands of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. That's all from Group 11. Thank you.